Hello everyone, this is Sharing Creations by Carrie. It's Carrie. I sat down after all my hauls today and decided to make some neutral Christmas cards for men. A lot of my cards that I've made so far and plan to make are more towards the female, and I've been trying to get myself to do fall and Christmas ones that are geared towards men, more neutral, not so frilly. So I had in my haul, which is the video before this one, I had gotten what I thought was double-sided tape, and it ended up being, well, all right there, buddy. Ended up being double-sided foam, which is thin. It was thin, but check that haul out. Do not buy that stuff. It is messy. It is sticky. It falls apart. If your fingers touch it, it sticks to your fingers. It's a nightmare. Don't buy it. It's this giant roll of foam, double-sided foam. It's it's a nightmare. Don't buy it. I'm stuck with a whole roll now because it's horrendous. Um, so I ended up, because I wanted to see how that worked. Well, I found out how it worked. I might request a refund. I don't know, but it just disintegrates on your fingers. It's hard to keep your fingers from not touching it. Especially when I did this technique, I was okay. Cutting a piece for starters was a nightmare. It was sticking to my scissors. I tried 2 different types of scissors. It just seems to like disintegrate. Hard to describe it. I've never seen double-sided foam tape do that, and it just seems like it just disintegrates. It's sorry, rant, horrible stuff. But I went to go test it out and decided to do um, a paper stripe card again. And these are um, half-inch strips that I cut from scrapbooking paper. And because of the colors in it, they coordinate with each other because they're all the same colors. And so I just had taken a piece of foam and put the first layer down, then put the next one. And that one, for some reason, looks like it's bigger than a half-inch, which is possible. And just pick the order I was going to do it in, lay the paper out, and then just lay them down. I made sure that to butt it up against the next one so there was no gap in between them. And it's fairly smooth. It's hard to tell that there is actually strips there. So I actually, it, you catch it every now and then. There's a slight gap. Or not a slight gap, a slight bump, because you're going to catch the edge. And I think that's only because it needs to be pressed down pretty good. But then I decided, there's the gold. I was going to do a gold Merry Christmas. This Merry Christmas almost gets lost in this pattern. But I didn't want it to be loud or stand out above the the paper. So that's why I did it that way. And my alignment stinks. Even with the tool. I can't figure out how to use the tool. Which I got my previous home. And then this one is just a straight plain piece of paper. Actually, let me go to this one. I did it twice. This one I'd taken, jeez, I keep knocking my glue out every time I pull this out. This thinner strip, this is one of the wider strips that I have. I'm not sure if it's the widest one. I got it from Temu. This paper doesn't rip as easy. And I got another kind from Temu which rips really easy, but this paper doesn't rip really easy. But I did the same thing. I put the strip down, cut it, then went to the next, put it down, cut it, and did it all the way down, and then peeled the backing off. So, and then I just started laying my paper down. Well, this one I messed up the order, and I didn't even realize I messed up the order. I kind of tunnel visioned out, and so I ended up with two green next to each other. Which when this it took me 3 different tries of different Merry Christmas before I got to this one, because you could this stripe and this stripe just kept standing out because there was another one right here. So it was one here, one here, one here, and it just that's all I could see was the green stripe. So this is the reason for me doing the white background. I tried a different color background and it kept clashing for some reason. It didn't look right, so I went with the white. And I actually think it looks really good because it does calm down the green stripes. And it stands out, but it isn't like a gaudy standout. With the white, I think it softens it. It's bold, but it softens it at the same time. It doesn't grab one of the other colors and make it too much. But what you like and what I like is going to be different. But I like how it ended up turning out in the end. This one gave me a hard time, which is one reason why I struggle to do cards not pre-planned, because I come across that creative difficulty. I also like this how it came out because it looks like there's a cross right there. And so that I decided to do it this way, whereas this one is this way. So those are those. And then back to this one. This one's I wanted to take the paper and let the paper do the speaking for the card itself. Trying not to make it too much, especially if you're going to give it to an older gentleman. They're more into the traditional type cards, traditional type things. So if you're getting too creative, like these are more for your older type gentlemen, and this is more towards your neutral gentleman. So it's just kind of giving you a direction where you can go over the top on some and be very bold, and then depending on who the guy is, to go more neutral. So I just cut it out in gold, and then I had some red paper and I did the same. Just used a different Merry Christmas this time. And then I shifted the paper off to the side, so there'd be a white strip here. I don't know, I may put a gold strip here. Haven't decided yet. And then you got your traditional Christmas paper with a very muted Merry Christmas. Very low key. So there's 3 types of this one. Will probably I might very likely might put a gold strip of piece of paper right here to finish off the edge. And so it would be 3, it would be bold, medium, muted. So that is what my thought process of doing guy cards, cards for gentlemen, is what level of old type of gentleman do you have? And go from there. I hope I inspired you to try and a little more out there and even a simple, very simple card. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.